Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button. Don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button, ring that noti bell, and drop a comment if you in this bitch in the chat. So you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E Thriller, aka Ham Rothstein, aka the black fucking Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words. And once again, fight fans, ladies and gents, welcome back. Now, first things first, I'm gonna get straight to it, man. I don't want to hold y'all for too long tonight. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. You see the shit on the screen, man. Please make sure you hit that like button, that sub button if you're new to the channel, and ring that noti bell so you can be notified via email every time I go live. Now, let's get straight to it, man. I really would like to apologize to a guy who I've been pretty damn hard on my channel. Uh, you should know him by the name of Robert, or Ryan rather, Kardashian. Oops, I meant Garcia with his punk ass, right? Because he's still a punk. Don't get me wrong. I'm not letting him off the hook. But when I tell you guys this, man, when it comes to this guy by the name of Teofimo Lopez, I mean, my lord, this motherfucker takes the cake. Ryan Kardashian, oops, I meant Garcia, ain't got shit on this nigga, right? Because in my honest opinion, I know in the past I made videos criticizing Manny Pacquiao, the great Manny fucking Pacquiao, the retired fighter, 8-time division champion, 8 different weight classes. You know, the guy has seen it all and damn near done it all in the sport of boxing, right? I said at the time, that Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao was the biggest joke in the sport of boxing. And believe you me, your nigga E3, oh my God, I took so much heat. I took so much flack. I got called everything under the fucking sun. You know, I had Filipinos calling me a nigga. I'm racist. I'm this and I'm that. And I'm hating just because I was telling the fucking truth about their guy in Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. And do I apologize for that shit? Absolutely not. In my Floyd Mayweather voice. Fuck no. Why would I? Because again, I was being honest with the people and I was being honest with myself. And to be quite honest with you guys, pardon me, Teofimo takes the cake right now, man. I mean, this motherfucker has the flag and he's just waving this shit because did you see what happened on Saturday night? I mean, Canelo Alvarez didn't even have time to go take a shit in the locker room after he sent Caleb Plant to sleep experts in the 11th round. You understand what I'm saying? With that fucking left hook up top and a straight rights to the body and ultimately folded that nigga like a launcher. It is what it is. Hats off to Canelo Alvarez, right? But the last time I checked, this was supposed to be Canelo's night. The last time I checked, I ain't really never seen Canelo and Teofimo kicking it like that. I've seen Canelo show up to Ryan Kardashian, oops, I meant Garcia fights. Hell, I've even seen Canelo pull up to Andy Ruiz fights. But I have never, and I repeat, ever seen the pound for pound king in Canelo Alvarez at any Teofimo Lopez fights. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Somebody drop something in the chat. Let me know if your boy E Thriller tripping, right? Because I don't think I'm tripping. But then I see some shit after the fight, right? And of course, I was streaming live, so I ain't see it right out the bat. I think I woke up early Sunday morning. And you know, I'm on my fight hypes and on my ES news and all that shit, just trying to figure out what happened after the fight, right? And lo and behold, I see Teofimo Lopez all up in the videos, all up in the pictures, him and Senior just taking pictures, holding belts as if they are undisputed at 135 pounds. Now, Teofimo, I get it. You have 3 fucking belts, right? And then with the WBC, you have the franchise belt. So who has the belt at 135 with the WBC? Well, his name would be Devin fucking Haney, who also gets on my motherfucking nerves. And as far as I'm concerned, As a fight fan, as a diehard boxing fan, at the fucking moment, I would just really like to throw the entire 135-pound class in the garbage because it sucks. Because it has a fucking plethora of talented matchups, potential matchups that can shake the sport of boxing, right? But the problem is these motherfuckers are too busy, showing up at other niggas' fights and facing off and capping and talking shit and telling each other what the fuck they gonna do once they get in the ring with each other. But whenever it's time to sit down at the fucking table, you understand what I'm saying? With the big dogs, with the promoters, these niggas ain't nowhere to be found. These niggas don't want to make fights. These niggas like Devin Haney with the JoJo Diaz fight, he worried about rematch clauses and shit. But I thought you was confident. I thought you was the dream. I thought you was body. Is this the illest nigga in Nebraska? Is you body, nigga? I thought this was Devin Haney, right? He talk a real good game. But I digress on Devin Haney. I'm going to get back to him in just a sec. Back to Teofimo Lopez. This motherfucker is all up in the picture with Canelo, cheesing and smiling and, rubbing elbows and giving high fives as if he's accomplished what Canelo has accomplished in the sport of boxing. Say what you want about Canelo. I know he ducked smoke at 154. I know he avoided smoke at 160 because the nigga had 3 belts after he beat Triple G the second time after that rematch, right? Because the fucking first fight was a draw. I felt like Triple G won it, but that's neither here nor there. Back to the topic. This nigga Canelo has got it out the mud. He took everybody's belt at 168 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? And Teofimo, you beat Loma. Kudos for you. Congratulations. But how long are you going to fucking live off of that one big fucking win? I will wait. I will fucking wait. Because the last time I checked, let me pull this shit up for y'all, man. Let me pull this shit up for y'all. Because you just cannot make this shit up when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, right? So if you go to BoxRec, and I hope y'all niggas can see this shit. Somebody drop something in the chat and let me know if you can see this shit. Matter of fact, let me take this off. Hold on, y'all. Let me see where we at. Let me hide that. I bet. All right, let me go back to BoxRec. Let me zoom in so y'all can see this shit. All right, bet. So I believe I am on Vasily Lomachenko's profile, right? So the man is 15-2 with 11 KOs. He hasn't been knocked out, but he's lost twice. So I'm sitting up here trying to figure out exactly. I know Lomachenko was a great fucking amateur. He has a great boxing pedigree with him and his father. I get it. But I was never one of them motherfuckers thinking that Lomachenko was invincible, that Lomachenko was better than Muhammad Ali, like Bob Arum was saying. And then Bob Arum also said he's way better defensively than Floyd Money Mayweather. They were just blowing smoke up everybody's ass with Lomachenko. And the entire time prior to him making that fight with Teofimo, I said, look, man, Teofimo is going to fuck him up. I picked Teofimo to win that fight. Teofimo won that fight, but let's not act like he just went out there and just washed Lomachenko because practically, through the first, 6 rounds, Lomachenko didn't throw no fucking punches. Now, I don't know if that has something to do with his recently repaired shoulder as of last year. I don't know. But for whatever reason, Lomachenko just wasn't letting his shots off, right? But once again, sticking to the topic. But this motherfucking Teofimo Lopez act as though fucking Lomachenko had all 4 belts. Lomachenko was like Godzilla. The way that this nigga be acting, y'all, if I wasn't mistaken, I would have sworn he put motherfucking Godzilla or King Kong in the goddamn perfect plex like he Kurt Hennig. What the fuck is wrong with Teofimo and his father? Oh my God, his father. This nigga is so fucking delusional. He's just he act like he Floyd Sr. That's the problem. These niggas walk around all high and mighty with their nose up in the air, telling niggas what they need to do and should do and what they did, but they really ain't do. They want to shit on Devin Haney, and I get it. Devin be capping. Devin say a lot of shit, him and Bill, that I don't like. But at the end of the day, we can try to spin it and flip it and turn it however you want to turn it. But at the end of the day, the last time your boy E Thriller checked, Devin Haney has a belt at 135. So instead of T.O. running around with these belts and showing up with them hoes everywhere he go, I mean, he just treat the shit like it's some fucking I don't fucking know. I don't even know what to say to that. But instead of him showing us that he's really undisputed by going there and fucking Devin Haney up, because ain't nobody saying he can't be Devin Haney. I ain't really heard too many people saying that Teofimo isn't able or doesn't have the skill set to defeat a Devin Haney. But what we've said is Devin Haney presents some kind of problem to him. Now, me personally, if the fight were to get made, I'm going to pick Teofimo, even though I hate his ass, because I just feel like he's a better boxer. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like he may have more grit than Devin. But then again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong because Devin Haney has one of the best jabs in boxing right now. But I digress on that point. But instead of going in the ring and kick his ass, he want to talk about ticket sales. He want to talk about the takeover. He want to talk about Devin Haney wearing Jerry and Tank being a thug. And, oh, you shouldn't say that to Rolly. I mean, oh, my God. Who in the fuck told this nigga that he was a fucking life counselor? I mean, don't make me fart. But let me go to this chat, man, because I've been rambling like a motherfucker. Let me start from the top, man. Let me start off from the top. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to my boy D-Town blasting in the motherfucking building. He said, laugh out loud. T.O. riding Canelo wave. Facts. I saw it the same way, bro. I mean, let Canelo have his goddamn moment. Why don't you? I didn't see Canelo showing up to your fight after you kicked Lomachenko ass, still in the spotlight, dancing and shit, Diddy bopping and shit like Diddy and Mace. Like, he ain't doing none of that. Teofimo is, you know what it is, D-Town? I think Teofimo is the biggest attention whore in the sport of boxing as well, because this nigga got more interviews than fights. I mean, I'm a fucking professional YouTuber. I talk shit for a living, you know, as my side hustle, because I'm very passionate about this craft, right? I feel like I'm the realest nigga in this shit, but that's just my opinion. You know, others might feel other way, but it is what it is, you know. But anyway, I just feel like Teofimo, like, just go out and prove it. But instead, he'd rather talk. You know, he's overlooking fucking George Kambosos. I mean, oh my goodness. I don't know what's up with this guy. He's just delusional. He is delusional. Shout out to my boy Crazy Bro in the motherfucking building. He said, Teofimo ain't even undisputed. He weak today. Facts. More facts. I totally agree. Shout out to my boy Diallo Huggy, man, in the motherfucking building. He dropped the laughing emoji. I appreciate you for tapping in, my G. Salute, salute, salute. Crazy Bro said, big ups to E-Thriller. I really appreciate that, my brother. Where you been at, boy? I ain't seen you on here in a minute. God damn. You don't fuck with your boy E-Thriller no more? You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping too much real shit for you, Crazy Bro. No, I'm just fucking with you, bro. But yeah, man, big ups to you. Crazy Bro also said, I'm glad Josh Taylor's standing on his comments about Teofimo being unified. And speaking of which, you already know, I got that footage coming up for y'all in just a second. Shout out to my boy Dickie Two Guns in the motherfucking building. T.O. and Cinnamon got 10 straps. How is he a joke? Well, I'm not sure if you just tapped into my live stream, but the reason why, first of all, I didn't say Canelo was a joke. That's point number one. Point number two, Canelo is my second favorite fighter in the sport today. So I'm one of the motherfuckers that on YouTube that would go to bat for Canelo from time to time. But I do hold him accountable. But this video isn't dissing Canelo. I'm saying Canelo should have had his moment. Why the fuck is T.O. all up in the pictures, all up in the videos? Him and his pops. When he ain't undisputed, but he keep running around and parading and telling everybody that, hey, I'm undisputed, I'm this and I'm that, all because I beat Lomachenko. But then Lomachenko then came out and said it himself that Devin Haney has the real fucking belt. So it is what it is. So that's what the fuck I was talking about. But salute to you. Let me see. Crazy Bro said, Teofimo is a good fighter, but he ain't undisputed. That's why he a joke, man. He's not undisputed champion. Facts. That's more facts, Crazy Bro. How can I disagree with you? And once again, make sure y'all smash that motherfucking like button as you pull up, man. And sub to the channel if you're new to the channel. But yeah, you're right, Crazy Bro. That's my problem with him. Not only that, but he keep telling other motherfuckers what they can do and where, like, who gives a shit? If you say, hey, man, let me focus on George Kambosos, Once I get him out the way, we can fight Haney. We can move up to Josh Taylor, but don't be talking about fighting Josh Taylor at a fucking catchweight. I mean, if you gonna dare to be great, then dare to be great. You can't be taking those shortcuts in this shit. That's why motherfuckers like me are already looking at you funny. That's why we hold you accountable right now for the bullshit. Because how the fuck you gonna say, oh, I can move up and put two undisputed shit on the line and a catchweight? Like, nigga, no. Why would Josh Taylor do that? But I digress. Dickie's Two Guns said, I'm sure Cinnamon invited him up, don't you? I'm not sure. But what I'm saying is, give Canelo his motherfucking moment. Pay that man his respects. You ain't got to show up with all your fucking belts. Nigga, we know what belts you got. This shit ain't about you. This shit is about Canelo, the cash cow, the face of boxing today. There was Mayweather. There was Oscar. There was Tyson, Oscar, Mayweather, Manny, Canelo. Period. So I don't know how you trying to spin this. I don't know if you trolling or what, but Canelo is my guy. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But Crazy Bro says, stop saying Teofimo is undisputed. Facts. Okay, y'all going back and forth. Okay. Shout out to my dog, Silas King, in the building. He said, what up, E-Thriller? What's up, my G? Put some pressure on that like button for me, bro. He said, push that like. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. D-Town said, he may not know he's unified and think he is undisputed. I don't know what he know, but I just know whatever he be saying, I really think he believe that shit. I really do. He said he still got more straps than Tank, Haney, and anyone. I agree with you on that. No one can refute that. No one can dispute that. The only thing I'm saying is I never said he ain't got skill. I just said I think he would kick Devin Haney's ass, right? All I'm saying is quit telling us that you undisputed when, nigga, you not undisputed. If you were undisputed, there would be no disputes. Like, we wouldn't be able to rebuttal shit. I wouldn't be able to come on here and make this fucking video, So that's what I'm saying. D-Town said, okay, deflection. Okay, y'all just going back and forth. Mauricio Suleiman already said Haney is the champion recently. I remember that shit. I remember that crazy, bro. I remember. You on point. Thank you. Okay. Shout out to my dog, Rebel Like Boxing. And if y'all haven't done so already, make sure you go sub up to his channel. Click on that noti bell, man. Click all so you can be notified every time that motherfucker do a pre-fight prediction, breakdown, post-fight reactions, what he think is going to happen. He's one of the motherfuckers like myself who going to keep it real at all times, whether you agree or disagree with him. It is what it is. Shout out to my dog, Rebel Life. He said, so Teofimo should throw away all the time. Yeah, he need to throw all that shit in the garbage, bro. I'm not buying what he's selling, bro. I'm not buying what he's selling. He said, I think Canelo just invited his little homie up there. Okay, well, you might be right, but what I'm saying, maybe I'm reaching, because again, I'll be the first to tell you, I don't like Teofimo. So you can call me a hater, you can say this and that, whoop-de-woo. I really don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. And I feel like even if that was the case, Dickie Two Guns, why you got your belts up there, my nigga? Like, come on, bro. That shit just look goofy to me. To me. That's like you showing up to one of your cousins' graduations and shit, and he getting gifts and all this type of shit, and you wanna, oh, well, why y'all ain't give me like, huh? Like what? Like, nigga, this shit ain't about you. Move the fuck on. But anyway, hats off to Canelo. Yeah, man. Canelo is the top dog. I'm not trying to hear nothing else at the present moment. Canelo is that guy. He is that fucking guy. Let me scroll back up to the top. My shit going fast than a motherfucker. Hold on. Where we at? Rebel said he milking the fuck out of that win, ain't he? You would swear that nigga beat King Kong, Godzilla, motherfucking Sugar Ray Robinson or some shit. Like, yeah, you beat Lomo, an overrated fighter, in my opinion. He's all right. I never said Lomo ain't good, but I think the motherfucker overrated. I always have. Rebel Life said Tio on some Al Bundy shit. Always talking about he scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Hey, yo, Rebel, this shit may go over some of these young niggas' heads, bro, because a lot of these niggas probably never even watched Married with Children. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to just leave it at that. Great fucking point. Louis Tavar said Teofimo is undisputed. That's cap, but you can think whatever you want to think. He said, laugh my ass off. Sheesh, okay, you trolling. Crazy Bros, and there was one. Okay. Ha, I keep on hating, boy. Absolutely. Call me what the fuck you want to call me, but put some truth behind to that shit, because that's a fucking fact. Devin Haney got the WBC strap, regardless of what you say. And Teofimo is full of shit, and I have proof to prove it. He said a lot of bullshit. It is what it is. Laugh out loud. He said Tio undisputed. Yeah, he trolling. We on top. Oh, okay. You want to make this about race? Oh, how fucking convenient. Isn't it funny how you motherfuckers love to make shit about race, but you swear niggas is like, I don't play the race card on my channel. Because I think you new to my channel. I don't play the race card. Canelo is my second favorite fighter in the sport. David Benavidez is probably my fourth or fifth. I love Hispanic fighters. I like white fighters. I like all fighters. So I don't know what you doing, but go ahead, bro. But salute to you. Delusional like Teofimo. He in here just picking. Okay. Yeah, let his dumb ass pick. I ain't gonna give him no more clout. Shout out to Leo Sarmiento. Yo, it was laughing ass between Reynoso and Tio Sr. Yeah, shout out to Eddie Reynoso, man. He doing a phenomenal job in masking motherfuckers cheating and all kind of type of shit. You know, drinking herbal teas. And y'all don't want to talk about that shit, though. And I'm a Canelo fan, but I'm going to keep it a buck. That motherfucker got popped multiple times. So has Oscar. And well, who next? Andy Ruiz, Ron Kardashian, Oops, I mean Garcia. Who next? Who next, Leo? Let me know. I bet you don't want to talk about that shit, though, huh? Said the takeover, but never had more fights than Tio, and he just fought Olinares, Tank 27 year old. Yeah, Tank has been fighting bums. I agree with you on that. Devin Haney ain't did shit either. I agree. Teofimo has a better resume than both of them motherfuckers. That's not the topic at hand. The topic at hand is the way that he's running around telling motherfuckers like you, who are fucking idiots, obviously, or biased, whichever one you want to call, or pick, that he's undisputed. That's my problem. Rebel Life said, hope Josh Taylor knock his block off if they fight. Yeah, I'm rolling with Josh Taylor in that fight. I am. Okay. I mean, I'll drop the link if you want to come on, as a matter of fact, because I ain't with all the typing shit. If you want to come on and troll, then come on with it. Let me go ahead and drop this link. Go ahead and drop the link. I just dropped the link for Lewis or whoever the fuck that was. Yeah. Go ahead and come on. Teofimo undisputed is okay. Tio is the catch weight clown. That's a fact. Real champions don't use catch weights and rehydration clauses. Great point, Rebel. That's a great fucking point. Okay. He just want to troll. Hey, yo, I'm going to give this nigga, hey, y'all, listen, everybody that's a fucking wrench in the chat, I'm going to give this nigga 2 minutes to click on to come on. If he don't click on to come on, block his ass. Block his ass for your boy E Thriller, man. Nigga, you on notice. You got 2 minutes. Okay. T.O., okay. All right. Let me see. T.O. is T.O. to me or Regis. We're going to run backside and dump in on the trash. Okay, Josh Taylor in the chat already. Okay, you spamming. Shout out to my dog B-Mac, man, in the motherfucking building. He said the franchise belt is not a real championship. That being said, T.O. is not undisputed. Facts. That's a fucking fact, B-Mac. Cold hard fact. Okay, he's spamming. Hey, yo, somebody kick Luis Tavar out, bro. Kick his ass out. Get his ass out of here. He ain't trying to talk boxing. Diallo Huggy said, to be honest, T.O. isn't undisputed as much as Haney isn't the champion. Devin got the belt handed to him. The belt handed to him, or whether he fought somebody for it. At the end of the day, when you pull up the shit on the WBC or whatever the case may be, Devin Haney has the super belt. Period. Because if that's the case, let me just say this. You remember whenever Canelo beat Triple G, he won all 3 belts. It was only a belt left to go get. But he dropped the belts and moved up to 168 to become undisputed, right? So if that's the case, then really Canelo should be a 2-time undisputed champion based off of this logic, Diallo. So I'm gonna have to disagree with you, bro. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. Let me see. Shout out to my dog, baby Juju. Tio hasn't fought in almost 2 years, but yeah, he swear he a pay-per-view star, even though he's fighting and got canceled about 50 fucking times. I mean, I'm just saying Latino undisputed. Okay. Hey man, somebody kick that nigga out, bro. He ain't trying to talk boxing. He want to play the race card. We don't do the race shit on my channel. Rebel Like Boxing said, if Canelo would have told Teofimo to get the fuck out of here, I would have been crying. Oh yeah, something like this, Rebel. Hold on. I got you. You mean if where that shit at? Hold on, where that shit go?
Get the fuck out of here, man. Please get the fuck out of here, man.
That's what you were talking about, Rebel? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. As a matter of fact, I do you. Hey, yo, somebody kick that nigga out, man. Kick that nigga out. Kick him out. This guy right here. Kick him out. I've been dropped the link. If you want to come on and debate, come on and debate. I ain't ducking no fucking smoke. I don't give a fuck what you niggas got to say. Bring the shit. But if you ain't gonna come on, block his ass. Because you're acting like a bitch. Devin T.O. is a 50-50 fight. People think Haney uses his only on land. Yeah, it's a 50-50 fight, you know, but I'm going to still pick T.O. I'm going to pick T.O. Laugh out loud. Raise Lewis. Yeah, man, but Boxing fan said T.O. John, the form, Goonies, Roy. Okay. But yeah, man, if ain't nobody going to come on, bro, I'm about to hop off. That's all I got to say, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Once again, man, make sure you put some Duke motherfucking full court pressure on that fucking sub button, that noti bell. Wait a minute. My dog B-Mac on this, huh? Hey, yo, B-Mac, you live, man. Yo, B-Mac. I think you shit fucking up again, bro. But yeah, man, anyway, make sure y'all hit that like button. Smash that thumbs up. Smash that sub button and ring that noti bell. I'm going to give y'all a few more minutes, man. Be mad. Hit that fucking link, bro. Hit that link. Okay. Shout out to my dog, Bo. You live on the chat. Will you Thriller? Holler at me, bro. How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Man, nothing. Just talking to some of these dumbasses in the chat. What's popping?
I'm just ready for that fight coming up, man, with that Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford, man.
Okay. Well, what do you have to say about this T.O. situation? Him all up in the videos, all up in the pictures with his belts with Canelo. Well, what you got to say about that?
I mean, I just assume, like somebody said in the chat, man, maybe Canelo might have just told him to come on up, you know what I'm saying, take some pictures or whatever with the belt. Probably doing like some recruiting, you know. Seems like everybody want to go to Eddie Reynoso now.
You say everybody want to go to Eddie Reynoso?
Yeah, then like Virgil Ortiz talking about training over there now.
Yeah. I think I mentioned that on the last live stream. Yeah, that could be possible. I remember that comment in the chat. But again, I just feel like, why does he have to keep lying to us and telling us that he's nigga, you're not undisputed, bro. That's my biggest problem with Teofimo Lopez.
Nah, but my thing is, though, like I was saying the other day, man, is, I mean, I would like to see the fight happen overall,
Yes.
but both him and Haney, man, both of them dudes to me are clowns, man. I mean, one dude worrying about how much following he got, and you know, like, yeah, we could talk about the resume and stuff because Haney, he doesn't really have a strong resume, but he got skills. I give him that. But my thing is, it's just both of them dudes be capping, man. I just want to see fights.
I agree. My thing is, regardless of how we feel about Devin Haney and Bill, because I like I said earlier, they be getting on my fucking nerves too, because he ain't did shit either, right? But at the end of the day, the nigga still got the belt, whether he got it given to him or he fought for it. Like, T.O. got to go get that shit, period. Or if you don't want to, drop your fucking belts and move up. But don't be trying to fight at a catch weight to get undisputed at 140. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I understand that, but he won't be the first one that tried that because didn't Canelo fight didn't he fight Kovalev at a kind of like he fought somebody at a catch weight and it had a rehydration clause on it.
Oh yeah, well Canelo do that shit all the time, so I ain't really too surprised by that. But then again, we talking about Canelo. Teofimo ain't Canelo.
Nah, he's definitely not.
So I
I
mean,
mean, my,
hey,
my, my only thing what makes Teofimo joint scenes kind of like weird because normally like you'll go against a person that has one belt. He trying to fight Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor is undisputed, and he want to fight him at a catchweight. I'm like, man, come on, like how you gonna fight? How you gonna tell the undisputed champion to go at a catchweight? Like that don't make sense to me.
that's because he trying to cut corners the same way he trying to cut corners by saying he already undisputed. If you was already undisputed, then nigga, you wouldn't have to keep telling everybody. I don't see fucking Bud running around saying, "Hey, I'm undisputed" every time you get in front of a camera. I don't remember B-Hop doing that shit. I don't remember none of them other motherfuckers doing that. But Teofimo, and he ain't really undisputed.
Yeah, when is this fight? Is it? Yeah, when is he fighting? Actually,
It's been got pushed back so many times. I have no idea, bro. I think it's in December. I could be wrong. I think it's in December.
damn. So they got a whole bunch of fights in. So my thing is, so Javon, I just realized something. So Haney and Javante, they fighting on the same day now. Like, is it like?
I think Haney fighting a day after. If I'm I take that lie back. I think Javante fighting on a Sunday.
Oh,
I remember
okay.
Leonard Ellerby saying some shit about how Floyd fought against Logan Paul on Sunday, and they trying to
Yeah.
do events and shit like this. So thinking outside of the box, he was like, "Yeah, we gonna fight on Sunday or some shit like that." I saw.
I just wish they just like put all them dudes on the same card.
Yeah, that shit would be dope for boxing. It'd be very dope. Damn, I guess my dog B Mac ain't coming back, man.
Oh,
Okay.
B Mac was on.
Yeah, he was on, bro, but his phone be messing up every time you click on the link. I can't never hear him. Miles Plummer said Haney looked like an amateur to me. Other than Bud Crawford, I think me and you agree with everything else. Already, I appreciate that, bro. He said it's the 27th of this month. Okay, so it's this month, Bo. I ain't even know that shit. Teofimo.
Who Teofimo's fighting this month?
Yeah, November
Oh,
22nd, according to Miles and Rebel Life.
oh, okay, all right. Damn,
Devin Haney is on a Saturday. Okay. Tank is on a Sunday. Bet. Yep, I remember that. Rolly Romero just came out and said Tank still his mandatory, and he's still going out the Tank. What? And why the fuck why they didn't make the fight then? I don't know, bro. I don't get that shit. What you make
man.
about that, Bo?
Speaking of that, man. I mean, I wasn't there with the whole Rolly thing, of course, but I'm looking at this chick with the post, right? And to me it just sounds so suspect, man. Like I'm not saying like she making up stuff, but my thing is this happened a while ago and instead of going to the police, she just aired out on social media.
Yeah.
And then I think when people question her about it, she was more concerned of replying to those dudes, especially like the box, what's his name, Ishe Smith.
Oh yeah.
She replied to him talking about, oh, and I used to have respect for you, and I grew up with your daughter and such or something like that. Like she more concerned replying on social media than reporting it because I think somebody asked her the question was like, "Hey, did you even report it to the police yet?" And she was like, "Oh, not yet. I'm going to do that." So
Mm,
to me, I'm just like, man, like, is this real or is this like clout chasing?
yeah. I don't know, bro. That shit do sound a little fishy to me. Sound a
Hell
little
yeah.
fishy. I don't know why they would even cancel the fight like that. Like that shit
Well,
crazy.
they got to because the whole Me Too movement. I mean, that's just like in any sport. If
Yeah,
you get into some type of if there's somebody accusations or whatever, that's like the whole Deshaun Watson thing. If
yeah,
there's like some type of accusation, instead of um getting all criticized or whatever in the public with
yeah,
the like these big organizations, they just want to be like, yo, we want to pull you, man. We don't need all that heat because remember the whole situation with Ray Rice and his fiance at the time when that joint leaked out.
Mm.
Remember before it leaked, it was accusations, so they kept him on the team. But when the video leaked, they caught so much hell.
I remember that. You're right.
I guess a lot of organizations like we don't want to go through this again. And that was the same thing with the Kareem Hunt situation. So I think now it's just like we might as well just have them, get through with it through the court situation. Then we'll put you back on later on.
Nah, you right about that, man. You right. Hey, yo, shout out to my boy King David live on the chat with E Thriller, man. Holla at me. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's going on, E3, man? How you doing out here, man? I seen you out here live, so I was like, let me come through and slide, see what the boys talking about, man. So what's going on with y'all?
Shit, I'm well, man. I'm doing good. I appreciate you for tapping in, man. Break it down for me, man. What you think?
Bro, I ain't even gonna hold you, man. I don't even know what the topic is. What we talking about? Teofimo? I
Yeah, I'm
don't even
talking
know.
about
I just seen you
Teofimo
live.
running around acting like he undisputed when he ain't.
Oh, man, this dude, Teofimo, man. It's funny, man, because a lot of people sit out here and try to defend Teofimo, but isn't he the same one that called himself the biggest duck and ran around with a little duck hat, calling himself the biggest duck after that whole Devin Haney situation was going down? So it's like it always throws me way off when people try to defend him and his behavior. Devin Haney literally had to pull up on this dude to his face, confront this man in an interview, mid-interview, in order to get him to agree to a fight. You know what I'm saying? Which still remains to be seen because according to Teofimo Lopez, he already sent a contract. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm sure Team Haney's still waiting on the goddamn contract. So, Teofimo Lopez is just one of the biggest cappers, man, in the sport of boxing right now.
I agree.
He gonna get his ass whooped. To me, he's a good fighter, but he knows his limitations.
Mm.
He knows Devin Haney is gonna beat him. He knows Shakur is gonna beat him. I think he's trying to fight Tank, but I think that he's really more after the Tank fight just for a little payday and some shine. I don't think he believe he could beat Tank.
Mm.
I don't know, man. People give him a lot of credit for Richard Comey and Nakatani, but we
Yeah.
just seen Lomachenko completely destroy and dismantle Nakatani. So
Yep.
this the dude that we supposed to be giving Teofimo Lopez all this credit for. I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So, Tio, I mean, I can go on for hours talking about this dude. I just think he a cap star.
Hey, man. I couldn't agree more. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, Tio, the motherfucker, man. He just so goddamn like I've never wanted somebody to lose so bad, y'all, in the sport of boxing, because I would love to know how he's going to react to that adversity. Because the motherfucker just walk around like he just like fucking Florida. Like the way he act, Canelo should act the way that Tio act. Because at least Canelo has some sort of credentials to back up that fucking attitude. But this nigga here, he got one fucking big win, in my honest opinion, over an overrated guy, in my opinion, in Lomachenko. And all of a sudden, he done beat Godzilla and King Kong. Like, what the fuck? But go ahead, Bo. My bad. It's on you.
I don't
Yeah.
understand it, man.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, bro. All you.
Nah, my thing is like, yeah, I believe he is walking around, you know what I'm saying, like thinking he's all that, but we can't make this triangle theory with the whole Nakatani thing because at the end of the day, yeah, Loma did destroy Nakatani and Tio struggled with him, but when they fought each other, Tio won. So we really can't use that triangle theory. You know what I'm saying? My thing is I just want to see all these guys mix it up. Like to me, I haven't even seen I haven't seen Haney fight anybody really besides like Linares and a old ass Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? I need to see him get in the mix. I want to see him fight Tio. I want to see him fight Loma. I want to see him fight Coleman. Like I just want to see it all, man. Because I think boxing is a lot better when all the top contenders are fighting each other. You know, that's
Yeah.
that's the type of boxing I like right there.
Go ahead, King David. It's on you.
Yeah, I see what you're saying in regards to the triangle theory. You basically saying styles make fights, and I get what you're trying to say there. But for you to get completely dismantled though by Lomachenko, You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole nother thing. Like when you get destroyed like that, your whole credibility has to be taken into consideration in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as like, I just think, and we not, and I think in general, most boxing fans aren't really, just trying to criticize those wins. Those are good wins. Nakatani's a good win. Richard Comey's a good win. But we can't sit here and act like these dudes are world beaters, and these dudes are so much better than Jorge Linares and Yuriorkis Gamboa. I think Yuriorkis Gamboa beats the hell out of Nakatani. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
think Gamboa probably gives Comey a run for his money. Same thing with Linares. So I don't really rate those wins any higher than you would rate Devin Haney's wins over those guys. I mean, the only real win that Tio has to really hang his head on is the Lomachenko win. You know what I'm saying? But just
Agree.
like E3 was saying earlier, like you win one fight, now all of a sudden you the pound for pound king. Like what we doing here? And Tio just really need to be humble, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't be walking around here like that, like he done did everything and he really ain't do shit, bro. And honestly, you kind of ducking that rematch, Lomachenko fade. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I don't know, man. T.O. let's make these fights happen. T.O. right as of right now, he's the reason why we haven't seen the Devin Haney fight. He over here trying to fight Josh Taylor. He's trying to fight this person, that person, everybody except Devin Haney. So
Cambosis.
you feel me? Like, like, come on, man.
Because him and Senior, I remember when Bill Haney confronted him a while back on another boxing channel, and he was like, "Hey, we can make the fight happen right now. What's up?" Fucking Teofimo Senior was like, "Well, why would we fight y'all right now? We can go get $10 million in Australia to fight George Cambosis." So Bill was like, "Okay, then I understand that. Whenever y'all get done handling that, then we can run it." But then it turns out, leading up to this shit, whenever shit fell through with Top Rank and the purse bid and Triller, fucking Tio was supposed to go to Australia possibly to get the fight popping, right? But he didn't want to go over there. Talking about it wasn't enough downtime in between the travel and shit for him to train. So he's just full of shit, bro. He's just full of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say something.
Just to add it real quick to what E3 said, and I'm gonna let you go. But do you remember? Y'all remember when T.O. and his dad pulled up on Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn was like, "What you need in order to fight?" And they asked for $10 million.
Yeah.
Even though they had only made about $1 million, did he even make $1 million on one fight at the particular point?
Nah, he took a pay. Nah, he made I think maybe $1 million against Lomachenko, or he took a pay cut or something like that.
Yeah, because that's why he
But
was
then
complaining
he
about
asked
his new
10
deal.
million.
He wanted a new contract because he didn't make enough against Lomo.
But
Now,
then he gonna go to Eddie Hearn and say he want 10 million. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to ask for more money, but still want to like they ain't got to give it to him either.
Exactly.
My only rebuttal, man, is ain't no way in hell I'm putting this version of a Gamboa on the level of a like a Lomachenko or a Richard Comey, somebody like Gamboa is washed. Like this version, he's a washed up guy, man.
But how he washed though? Because he lost a Tank and Devin Haney. That make him
No, I
washed.
mean I'm just saying he's not even the same guy. He doesn't even move the same anymore. Like you clock him now. I mean it just he looked like somebody that maybe if a boxer was brand new and he decided that, hey, I gotta take my level, from a 6 rounder to an 8 rounder or whatever. Oh yeah, let me get Gambo. Like to me, it just seemed like he's just more of a somebody that's brand new trying to make a name for themselves to get in the ring with. Like he's not that guy like when he fought Terrence Crawford. He's not that guy anymore.
I mean, you could say he lost a step or two, but Gamboa still beats most of the people in the division.
It's an echo. Bo, mute your mic, bro. Go ahead, King David.
Yeah, no, I was saying you could make an argument that Gamboa has lost a step or two. You know what I'm saying? The dude is like in his late 30s at this point. You know what I'm saying? But he still beats mostly everybody in the division, even at this point. This version of Gamboa, in my opinion. The dude gave Devin Haney a tough fight. The dude gave Tank a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? He went out on the shield and got knocked out, but that's still a world-class fighter. You know what I'm saying? So, and Richard Comey, did he lose to Robert Easter? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, these dudes are top world level dudes. I'm not trying to take nothing away from them, but for me, they're all on the same level. You know, I don't rate one above the other. And the only way you can really is for them to fight each other, and they're not even fighting each other. So, you know what I'm saying? He got that Loma win, and that's a good win for
Great
Teofimo
win for him.
Lopez, but
Yep.
that win don't make him pound for pound number one in the king and all this old shit going on with.
No, I don't think he's pound for pound, but
Hold on, y'all. B Mac.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can y'all hear B Mac?
Yeah, I am.
B Mac, what up? I hear you, B Mac.
King David.
B Mac, can you hear everybody, bro?
I can hear you. Bo, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Bet, man.
God,
bro.
man, I'm trying to, man. I should have never switched phones out this jump. And first of all, man, let me say something real quick, man, because I've been out of commission. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all want to see a pay-per-view fight, man? I got one for y'all, okay? It's going to be me versus King David, because he said I had a motherfucking Walmart track phone about 2 months ago, man. I'm still looking for his ass. Hey, I ain't forgot that shit, King David, man. That's fucked up.
Hey, you gotta make the best out of a bad situation.
Hey, all the time, man. All the time, man. Hey, you know, you get joned on, you gotta come back sometime, baby. It's all good. All love, man. Man, what's going on, man? What y'all been talking about?
Man, Teofimo running around here acting like he undisputed. What's your take on that, B Mac? Is he undisputed or not?
Tio is a clown, man. You can't be undisputed if you don't have all the belts. I mean, you got a franchise belt, man, that was gifted. That's not a real championship, man. That's some shit that they made up. You know what I'm saying? You can't win the belt. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even supposed to be given to him, but they gave it to him anyway. So I don't like how Devin Haney got the championship. I really don't. You know, he's a champion. They gave him the championship belt. He's not the only one they did that to, but in this situation, they gave him the belt. I didn't like how they did it, but he's still a fucking champ. So at the end of the day, he's the WBC champ. You can't use that franchise shit and then run around act like you undisputed. And there's another belt out there, bro.
Right.
There's another belt out there. So for him to go up there and parade around like he, you know, I'm the undisputed champ, man. To me, you look like a clown. You know what I mean? Honestly, you look like a clown. And if you're really about that smoke, you should know that as a man. See, one thing about it is I could tell you a lie. I could tell King David a lie. I could tell Bowl a lie. I could tell everybody lie. But one person I can't lie to is my damn self. You can't lie to yourself.
Facts.
So you know for a fact, dude, you not undisputed, man. There's another belt out there. So ain't nothing in you to say, you know what, man? Look, I want that motherfucking belt. Because for real, that motherfucker stopping me from being undisputed. As a man, go get that motherfucking belt. But, you know, he win one fight and he want to parade around like he the biggest motherfucking thing out there. And I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, you won the fight. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But now you act like, you know what I'm saying? You the biggest thing since sliced bread, man. I don't really fuck with T.O. and this new age shit that they got going on in social media. I'm not really with all of how they got this entitlement type mentality and shit like that. I'm not used to that type shit, man. I'm used to, hey, look, you a man, I'm a man. Let's ball up. Let's go get it. Right. Best man win. Let's go get that shit. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know he not the fucking undisputed champ, man. Stop parading around with that bullshit.
Speaking of which, man, let me play this for y'all.
Is Devin Haney since he holds that WBC belt? You don't believe he's undisputed, do you? It's a fact. It's a fact. He's not undisputed. WBC belt belongs to Devin Haney. He's got the belt. So how can you have 4 of the belt, 3 of the belts, and have a franchise belt and call yourself undisputed champion when you haven't fought for the undisputed title? So it's a fact that he's not undisputed champion. And stop calling himself undisputed champion because he's fucking embarrassing himself.
Right.
You heard what the
Embarrassing.
140-pound undisputed champion just said. So go ahead, King David.
Embarrassing himself. Nah, I just wanted to highlight embarrassing himself. That's all I wanted to say. This dude, man, he a clown, bro. Man, like, I mean, he a good fighter, a good young fighter. I want to see him, getting there with top competition. I think that, a lot of these fights are 50-50 fights, but the way he acting, the way how he carrying on, man, I can't get behind it at all. He might have. I don't know if I ever like this dude. No matter what he do, he could probably go on to win a title at heavyweight just based on his actions right now. I don't know if I ever like him. You know what I'm saying? But
Right. Likewise.
just yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm always gonna be
I respect
about
his
him,
skills,
calling
but
him
I don't like the way he moves. No, not at all. He don't act like a champion. Hell no.
No.
There ain't no
Henry
champion in that.
Martinez. Okay, we got a troll. T.O. is the king, haters. Okay. King of what? Bullshit. That link in the chat. Don't you all jump at once. The link in the chat. Click on.
Man,
I mean, you know the funny part. Go ahead, King. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, Henry Martinez ain't about to do all that.
I get tired of these niggas, bro. I be having so many niggas on my channel leaving comments, then delete them, talking shit, but want to delete they shit. Don't never want to come on a live and challenge a nigga. You want to talk shit from the comment section, but don't got the balls to come on the panel. You ain't got the balls to come on the panel, but you want to talk shit.
It's because they know what they're saying is some
Go ahead,
bullshit.
B-Man.
It's because they know what they're saying is some bullshit. That's all that is.
Yeah, I just don't understand how those guys are fans of Teofimo Lopez or any other fighter that for that matter, right? And damn, what we saying ain't facts. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't agree with that. That's not hating when it's facts, man.
Right.
It's straight facts, man. I mean, he not undisputed champ, man. I mean, that's it. That's all we saying. Tio's a good fighter, dog. Ain't nobody say he's a bum or that nigga can't fight and all that shit. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, dog. But at the end of the day, come on, man. You what we saying on here is not facts to y'all. That's what I don't get.
And now
How can you come back?
I will say this though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fan of Tio, but I'm not gonna cap for him either. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. I ain't gonna cap for him, but I'm a fan of his. You know what I'm saying? Like I like his skills and stuff. Now, as far as all the antics, how he's moving outside the ring and parading and stuff like that. Yeah, I ain't a fan of that. But as far as inside the ring, handling business, I'm like, yo, this kid got some skills, man. I like the dude, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I won't cap for him either.
Hey, yo, Solid King said they don't want to talk boxing. They want to talk race. Yeah, I had a dummy earlier in the show. He want to play the race card. Like, y'all know me. I done made I don't know how many videos. I don't talk about race on my channel because I like every fucking fighter. You understand? I like white fighters, Hispanic. It don't fucking matter to me. If I like your skills, I like your skills.
Yeah, I did a video the other day, man. I was just going on a rant, man, because I was tired of this race stuff, man. Cats on these channels.
It's corny, bro. It's so corny. It's corny.
Yeah, they talking about like first it was the European tour. Now after Plant got, pieced up, now they like, yeah, beat European / white fighter. But the funny thing about it is that these same dudes that said that before the fight, they were like, yeah, Plant gonna get him. As soon as Plant lose, they turn their back on him and start using the whole race thing again, man. I was just like, man, I'm like, they'll do anything for views, man.
Yeah, what they gotta understand is man, look, man, fighters are good fighters, man, no matter what color they are. If you're a boxing fan, you know that. You know what I'm saying? You know that there's great, Latino fighters, there's great Panamanian fighters, black fighters, white fighters. I mean, however you want to call it, man, history already shows that. So why have to go into and act like every black man is the best motherfucking fighter, and because he black? You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Right.
I done seen Bernard get pieced up by Joe Calzaghe, and I was like, God damn,
I
Bernard.
remember that. That shit still hurt. B Mac
You
know
know what
my
I'm
favorite
saying?
fighter.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that was Bernard. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's my
mean?
guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Sometimes black folks just ain't the better fighter that day, or whatever the case may be. We can't win everything, man. That's some bullshit.
This guy said, Henry Martinez, why are you a fan of Haney? Correction, I'm not a fan of Haney. I don't know what you've been listening to. I ain't no fan of Devin Haney. I said he be capping too. Do anybody else want to answer that? Because I'm not a fan of Haney.
Man, Haney be on some bullshit just like T.O. I mean, when it was when after he hasn't beaten anybody except for Linares. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good fight for him. And he was gifted the championship. And like I said, I didn't like that shit. So at the same time though, it's like, dude, when Lomachenko was wanting to fight you, you said you didn't want to fight him. And I'm like,
Right,
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
up, dude.
yeah.
right.
Come
Because he
on.
said something
And
like Lomo didn't want to fight him, so now I ain't
Oh,
gonna fight
okay.
you
Hold,
type shit.
hold on.
Some Errol Spence
Hold
and
on.
Keith Thurman shit.
Salute, poetic. I'm about to get on my poetic right now. Be the contrarian here. You know what I'm
Go
saying?
ahead.
Okay. So I hear y'all talking about Devin Haney. And what's y'all say? Devin Haney capping? That what
Yeah,
it is? It's
yeah.
probably like, well, he didn't want to fight Lomachenko. So
No, you
so
mean
so when it comes
oh,
to
okay, go ahead. My bad, bro.
no, go ahead. You was gonna add
No, I
to it
thought
because
you was
that
asking
was a
us the
question.
question like, do I think Devin Haney is capping because of the Lomo shit? No, I think he just caps. Period. But go ahead.
Okay, why you feel like he capped though? That's
Because
what
he
I want to
swear
know.
up and down everybody don't want to fight him. Jojo Diaz said he wanted to take the fight, but then it comes out that Devin Haney worried about a motherfucking rematch. Cause like, why are you even worried about that shit?
Now,
Because
you
you
know what I found out too? I found out he tried to lowball Jojo Diaz. So Jojo Diaz was like, well, should I just make a fight with Ryan Garcia?
oh, I didn't know
So
that.
But
that's
hold
why
on,
that fight ain't happened at first. And then all of a sudden, I think the difference was between like $500,000 or so. I think what happened was Devin Haney tried to offer $1 million. Jojo Diaz said, give me 1.5.
okay, but
And
we
they
got to be careful with our words. When you say low ball, that ain't low ball. Okay, just Ryan
no, I'm
Garcia made
saying,
a
but
better
but
offer.
we but I'm saying if the guy said give me 1.5, Devin Haney, you supposed to have all this money, like you said. Can I get 1.5? And you don't want to give him 1.5. So he said, well, forget it. I'll go fight Ryan Garcia for the same amount, 1 million. And then, the fight don't get made, but then all of a sudden, Devin Haney comes back around. I'll give you 1.5. So really, that's what really happened, to my
Okay,
knowledge, that he tried
okay.
to lowball him.
So let me ask you this, right? Ryan Garcia is not the champ. He's the mandatory, right? He's the mandatory for the belt. Devin Haney is the champ. So if you JoJo Diaz and you got two fights, right? You like, okay, I got the champ, okay, where I can get the belt and I can make even more money, and I got the mandatory who might pay me a few $100,000 more. You know what I'm saying? But if I win this fight, I don't really mean shit because I'm already mandatory anyway. You know what I'm saying? So which fight am I gonna take?
No,
If
what
you
I'm
don't, if
saying
this
is
if,
that
if you do,
he was gonna get paid the same amount to fight
but
Ryan Garcia for no belt, and the Devin Haney for a belt. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still all about, it's still business at the end of the day. He like, if I can get the same amount fighting somebody without the belt compared to with the belt, I'm gonna fight the person, what I'm saying, without the belt.
oh,
And all I'm asking is for $500,000 more money just to fight for the belt.
okay, but the belt allows you to make more money in the future. You know what I'm saying? So if you fight the champ and you beat the champ, you get the belt. Now you in title fights, and now those title fights are gonna be worth more than those contender fights that you're doing right now. So how does it make more sense to take, even if the money is the same? How does it make more sense to go after a mandatory fight than rather than go after the champ? That don't make no sense.
Well, having a belt doesn't guarantee that you're gonna make a lot more money. At the end of the day, it's really more about marketing. Because I seen some champions, they ain't got shit, man. They got a belt. Like you look at somebody like Better BF, that motherfucker ain't paid. You know what I'm saying? He got a belt. It's all about marketing at the end of the day. Where like especially like where you being, who's promoting you, your managers and everything else, and really how you promote yourself.
Yes,
Oh,
to a degree, but the only way what you're saying actually holds true is if you're talking about a guy who supersedes the belt, like Mayweather, like a Canelo, like somebody who already has a huge name and who's able to make money with or without a belt. But other than that, for everybody else in the sport, if you're trying to make good money, you need to have a belt. You know what I'm saying? Like the belts are what gonna land or what's gonna land you those big fights. You know, because think about it, somebody needs a reason to fight you. I mean, if I'm Joe Blow and I got star power, you know what I'm saying? Why do I need to go fight, bum A or bum B or bum C when I could just fight this dude? What's the difference between bum A, bum B, and bum C? You know what I'm saying? Well, bum C got a belt. Okay, I'm gonna fight him and get that belt. You know what I mean? Like it's more incentive in order to make the fight happen. You know what I mean?
well, my
So
thing is this though. My thing is this. Like that is it doesn't even guarantee you to land a big fight, even if you have a belt. And the reason
it
why I
don't.
say that, because
It don't.
like my one of my favorite boxers is Demetrius Andrade. Hasn't landed
Mhm.
a big fight yet. This dude could have he Canelo was his mandatory. Canelo didn't want to fight him at 154. Waited till Andre get stripped and then went to fight for the belt. And then at 160, they could have unified at 160. Canelo ain't fight him again. And not only that, you got other cats at 160 ain't even trying to fight Andre. So he's not landing like any big fights.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Well, the
Please.
thing about it is, I'm
Please
not
get the
saying
fuck
that.
out of here,
I'm
man.
not saying that a belt guarantees you a big fight, but I am saying that a belt guarantees you a bigger fight more consistently than someone without a belt and who has never had a belt without a name. So if you're JoJo Diaz and you're like, well, I don't really have a name, don't nobody really know who I am anyway, and I have an opportunity to fight for a belt versus an opportunity not to and make the same amount of money, I'm just off the rip. I'm gonna choose to go the route of the belt simply because there's more upside in case I win. If I win, I get something. You know what I'm saying? In the case of Ryan Garcia, if you win, there's nothing on the table other than money. The only way that would make sense is if you perceive Ryan Garcia to be an easier fight than Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Because the upside is far better with Devin Haney than it would be for JoJo Diaz. But I'm not saying that like that you having a belt guarantees you a big fight. Because just like you said with Demetrius Andrade, he still hasn't landed that big fight yet. But the only way that, honestly, if you want to keep it a stack, if the only way that a belt doesn't guarantee you a good fight, okay, is if you're a threat of a fighter. Because everybody else who's had a belt, they seem to be able to land big fights just fine. If we talk about Liam Smith and we talk about Colin Smith and we talk about Rockin' Fielding and Billy Joe Saunders and all these dudes Canelo's running through, all these dudes for some reason were able to secure Canelo fight without no problems. So the only way you have a belt and it doesn't guarantee you a big fight is if you're a perceived threat and you're a problem for people in the division. That's the only way it don't guarantee you a big fight. We keeping it a stack. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. No, I
Oh,
agree with you, man. But my thing is, it also comes to marketing as well, right? Like I agree. Like if you're a perceived threat, like Canelo look at Andre as a perceived threat. Like a long time ago, he said he ain't want to fight him because he ain't like his style. Now he said, oh, he's a horrible fighter. I don't want to fight him. He's a perceived threat. Like looking at somebody like Liam Smith, Kyler Smith. I mean, it's like that's marketing purposes. Like, yeah, we might not be too familiar with them here in America, but them guys are popular over in the UK. So for marketing purposes, that's gonna make big money. And Canelo looking at them like, man, I could just run through these guys anyway. So let me just go ahead and collect these belts real fast.
yeah, but what was his reason for going after them guys? Because they had belts. Otherwise, he wouldn't have looked that direction. But they had belts, and they were easy wins at the time for Canelo. So he was like, "Fuck it, let me get that belt." And that's how, and that and that says a lot, about these dudes who say Andrade is a terrible fighter, or these dudes that want to say Devin Haney ain't do this and Devin Haney ain't do that. Fact of the matter is, he got a belt. Shit, if he a horrible fighter, whoop his ass and take his belt. I mean, that's how it's supposed to go out here on these streets. But for some reason, the narrative keep flipping. You know what I'm saying? and you know, it is what it is like. But I mean, as far as Devin Haney, man, I got a lot of respect for Devin Haney because Devin Haney has been very consistent trying to go after these big fights, trying to go after people, trying to get people in the ring. You know what I'm saying? That whole situation with Gary Russell, that told me everything I needed to know about Devin Haney because most people ran the other direction from Gary Russell and Devin Haney over there trying to make a fight with him. You know what I'm saying? So that showed me that Devin Haney is a real one. So, you know, I got a lot of respect for the young dude, man. And you know, I feel like that's how fighters need to be paid, you know, not the other way around, you know.
Right. But my thing with Devin Haney, he for Loma did call him out. You know what I'm saying? The guy that gifted Devin Haney the belt, pretty much. Loma said, "Hey, let's do the fight." But Devin Haney you ain't want to
Hold
fight
on,
me.
gifted. What you mean? Nah, I don't like that word, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
not
he
come
didn't
on,
gift
man.
it.
Like,
He didn't. Wait. No, he didn't gift it. He didn't gift
how
it.
did that?
He
How did Devin Haney
vacated
get that WBC belt?
he vacated the belt because he didn't want to fight Devin Haney. He vacated it
No.
in order to fight Tio.
See, I'm not gonna cap for this one. I'm gonna tell you how it comes down because when it comes to everybody else, everybody always said unification trumps mandatory. Well, at the time, when Devin Haney and not Devin Haney, Lomachenko and Teofimo was already going to fight for the undisputed. You know, Devin Haney wasn't even a mandatory at the time. He ain't become mandatory till 2 weeks later, after Teofimo and Loma was already going to fight for undisputed. That's when he became the mandatory, and then people was like, "Oh, Loma's ducking Devin." Like, nah, man, Loma was already lined up to fight Teofimo for the undisputed. That's how Devin Haney ended up, getting elevated when they
But
franchised
you
Loma.
But you talking about when he became the mandatory, how long was Devin Haney sitting in that number one spot before they made him the actual mandatory? He was sitting up there calling out Lomachenko that for about a year or two, that whole time. And then Lomachenko, instead of fighting him, Lomachenko was stalling him out, fighting everybody but Devin Haney. And then he took on their TO fight. You know what I'm saying, for the
No,
unification
I'm
at the
just
end of
saying,
the
like,
day. But
we said unification trump mandatories. Devin Haney had nothing to offer Loma. He had
how
nothing.
you
No,
ain't got nothing to offer? Go
no, I'm
ahead.
saying, like you said,
Yo,
with the whole JoJo Diaz, right? If do you want to fight for the like Loma case? He like, well, shoot, I might as well. What's Tio got 2 belts? I got 2 belts. Let's unify. You know what I'm saying? Like Devin Haney, he ain't had nothing to offer. Matter of fact, Devin Haney was actually in a tournament or something like that. So he was still in the
yo.
tournament.
Look for this,
Hey,
honestly.
yo, can y'all hear
This,
me?
Yeah,
yeah,
B
I can
Yeah,
man.
hear
yeah,
you,
yeah.
B
We
man.
got you. We
Yeah,
got
yo,
you.
hold up, man. Hey, King David. Look, did the man fight anybody? Did he fight anybody for that belt?
Did he fight anybody for that belt? Nah,
Yes.
I don't think he fought nobody. The
So he
belt
was
was
gifted
vacated.
that belt. No, it was
No,
gifted.
because
He did,
hold on,
King
wait.
David.
So
King David. Did he fight
when you
anybody for the belt?
it don't matter. The choice of
No.
words
So it
is
was gifted
what
to
I the
him.
choice of the choice. No. When somebody gifts you something, they give it to you out of the kindness of their heart. That's what gifted
And
means.
and that's what
Okay,
he got. He didn't
no,
beat
no,
not one. He
no,
didn't beat not one. It was a vacated belt,
no.
right?
It was
Did he
vacated.
fight
It was
anybody
vacated.
for it? So you say it was
No,
vacated, but did he fight
right.
for it? Did he fight another guy just like when Keith Thurman vacated the belt, Porter and Garcia fought for the belt, right?
Yep.
Did he fight anybody for that belt? When it was vacated, he didn't fight nobody. No one.
I'm saying it
They
was
gave it
vacated.
to him. It
No.
was elevated to him, however you want to call it. That was gifted, just like Ugas. Ugas got the same goddamn thing. He didn't
So if
fight nobody
Lomachenko,
for it.
if
They gave him
Lomachenko,
the belt because
so
because
why would
Pacquiao.
Lomachenko give Devin Haney a
Hey yo,
belt? Are they
King
brothers?
David.
Are they fam?
Hey yo, King
Why would
David.
he
Your
give him the
mic.
belt?
Hey yo, King David. Well, hold on, y'all. Your mic sound a little low, bro.
Sound
King
low.
David.
Yeah, it
Let
do
me
Yeah,
sound a
hear.
little low.
you sound real low, bro. I want to make
Hold
sure
on,
everybody can hear you in the chat.
hold on. God
I can
damn.
kind of hear you, but it's real
Technical
low.
technical
Say something.
difficulties. I don't know if it. Hold on, can you hear me? Hold on.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Make your point.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna take this. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Much better. Much better. Go ahead and make your point, bro.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, my whole point is I don't like the phrasing. When somebody says gifted, that means that somebody's handing somebody something out of the kindness of their heart. And Lomachenko clearly didn't hand over a belt out of the kindness of his heart. He
Well,
vacated
he
No, the
emailed it to him.
WBC
because
did.
he vacated the belt because he did not want to fight Devin Haney at the time in order to keep the belt. Because he could have kept the belt.
That wasn't
He could
it.
have kept it.
No,
That
no,
wasn't.
he took the franchise belt, which is garbage, which is not a real championship.
Right.
Shouldn't even be in
That's what he
boxing.
did.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
this is my thing. This is my thing, B Mac. See, he's saying that he ducked Devin Haney, right? Before Devin Haney became the mandatory, Teofimo and Lomachenko was set to fight for the undisputed matchup. You know, they was going to unify all the belts.
But here
2 weeks
go the
after
thing
that,
though. That was
Devin
before he
Haney
was set.
became the mandatory, and people said, "Oh, Loma, you know, he took the franchise, so he ducked Devin Haney." It was like, nah, Loma was already in line to fight Teofimo Lopez before all of that.
So
Yeah, to me to me it's really irrelevant whether he ducked them or not. You can call it a duck all you want to, and that's fine. At the end of the day, he didn't fight nobody for the belt. Period. So it was gifted to him by the WBC, not Lomachenko. The WBC gave him the belt just like they gave Ugas the belt when they took it from Pacquiao for being inactive.
Yeah.
They gave it to him. He didn't fight nobody for it. They gifted that shit to him. I don't like that they do that, but that's just the facts of the matter. That they gave him the belt and he didn't fight nobody for it. And it's just,
if the champ don't want to fight you, how is you gonna get the belt? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
okay.
Because
So
the champion was already in line to fight Teofimo
I mean,
Lopez
that
for a
don't strip you
unification
that
bout.
fast. They don't listen, y'all. They don't strip
Devin
you.
Haney wasn't even the
The
mandatory
WBC.
when that
Listen,
fight was already set up.
listen. The WBC don't strip you that fast. When Devin Haney when he was named the mandatory for that fight, they're not gonna strip you simply because just to strip you. And if that's the case, why would Lomachenko apply for the franchise belt? Why would he do that in the first place if he had any intention of fighting Devin Haney? Because he could have said, well, shit, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm finna fight T.O., and then when I get done with this T.O. work, then Devin Haney, you gonna get this work. He could have said that. But no, the nigga decided that he was gonna apply for the franchise belt, okay, and hold off on he paused that whole Devin Haney situation because of that. Y'all argument would probably hold up if that wasn't the case. If he didn't apply for that franchise belt, but he did. And the only way that you apply for a belt like that is to avoid a potential matchup with whoever's next in line for that belt.
Nah,
Just
man,
like
we can't say that.
it's
We
still
can't.
irrelevant though, King David. It doesn't matter.
Hold on,
It
let me
doesn't
finish.
matter.
Let me
That
finish.
doesn't.
Let me finish. Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. Just like Jermell Charlo when Canelo applied for the franchise belt. Okay,
You mean
so that way
Jamal?
he can
You
go
mean
into
Jamal?
another fight with Jamal Charlo. That's what the franchise belt is. It's really the duck belt. It's really so you ain't got to fight your mandatories. That's literally what it's for. The only reason that it was put into creation.
Well, isn't the WBA super champion? You don't have to fight mandatories on that, right? But that's recognized as the real belt, right?
WBA super champion had been in place for years. The franchise belt was
No,
created
But
literally in that
it been in place since the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
WBA is pretty much no different than a franchise belt. You don't have to fight your mandatories as the super champion. Now that they're consolidating it down, to one belt, then yeah, that will, come around. But before, you didn't have to fight your mandatory as a super WBA champion.
But it really doesn't make a difference because at the end of the day, you can call it a duck and that's fine. But that still doesn't take the fact away that Haney was given the belt. He didn't fight for it. He was given it. They gave that shit to him. The WBC gave it to him. He didn't win the belt. They just
and that's
gave it to him.
and that's all I'm saying. Like, to me, he was
ain't nothing
gifted
you
the
could do
belt.
about that if you Devin Haney.
Huh?
If the champ don't want to fight you, if the champ going
I,
into another fight, if the champ applying for franchise status in order to not fight you, you know what I mean? Because Lomachenko could have said, "Hey man, shit, man, let's do a contract. I pay you some step aside money. Soon as I get done with TO, you next. You know what I'm saying? Or you get the
But
winner.
but the fact of you
Like
can't you
this.
can't
But
so
guarantee
so
that you're gonna
so
beat. You can't guarantee that you was gonna beat Teofimo. He actually lost the fight. So my thing is,
Right.
you got to look at the timeline. When Tio knocked out Comey, right then and there, they went to put the mic in Lomachenko face, and they was like, "Hey, are you going to unify? All the titles now?" Loma said, "Yeah, yes, of course." At that around that same time, Devin Haney wasn't even the mandatory. He wasn't even a mandatory at that time. They was already going to make the Loma and Teofimo fight, and then like maybe a month or 2 weeks or a month later, Devin Haney became the mandatory. So you can't say Loma was ducking Devin Haney when he was in line to fight for a unification bout.
yeah, cause see that don't hold no water. Just saying, oh, okay, he's your mandatory, so you duck me to go fight for undisputed. Because see, if or for another belt, that doesn't make sense. David Haney didn't have a belt. He didn't. So he fought a champ, and so Lomo went and fought a champion. He didn't fight a mandatory. He went and fought a champion. So I'm not going to call him a duck for doing that. But at the same time, Haney, you was gifted that damn belt. You was gifted that belt, bro.
And we
okay,
know
okay.
Devin
So
Haney
so
done
so
heard this
so
shit
when so
before.
when you when you know you was gifted the belt, and
Yeah.
the dude that lost the belt want to fight you, and you haven't fought nobody, why you not gonna go fight Lomo? You ain't fought nobody, so why not fight Lomo?
But didn't he try to make the fight with Lomo? First of all, before I even get there, because you know what I'm saying, like that's a whole nother conversation. But to go back, okay. If you if you're Lomachenko and you like, well, I got another fight. I got to fight. Uh, 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 I got to fight with Tio for all the other belts. Okay, this is a bigger fight. I want to fight Tio before I fight Devin Haney. Well, why do you need to apply for the franchise belt? It don't make no sense. There's no
Hey,
reason for you to. There's
you
no
right.
reason for you to do that.
You right. That's fine. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but that still doesn't take away the fact of why the fuck is Devin Haney ain't fighting Lomachenko.
But he tried to fight Lomachenko, so I get to that now. So like after they initially came at him, and they was like, yeah, Lomachenko called him out after Devin had been calling him out for about a year, 2 years had been calling out Lomachenko. Lomachenko get his ass whooped by Tio, and then directly afterwards is like, well, let me fight Devin Haney. Okay, Devin
All
Haney
right, let,
was like he got in his feelings, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, he did.
That
You know what I'm
sucker
saying? He
shit.
got in his feelings. But
Yeah,
after he
that
got
sucker
out his
shit.
feelings, hold on. After he got out his feelings, he was like, "Okay, Lomo, where the smoke at?" So he
all
started
right.
looking for the fight
So
after
check this
that.
out, King David. So
Go
you
ahead.
said Devin Haney been calling him out, right? You know who else? A lot of people been calling Loma out, right?
Oh,
Tank.
so now we're gonna do
No,
that.
no, no. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Teofimo been calling Loma out for the longest too, and it just happened that finally Loma acknowledged him.
Look,
He like,
Tio
we
just
got
Tio
two
just
belts.
popped up on the scene, man. Tio got less than 20 fights, man. Come on with all that. Come on with all that. Tio got less
What's
than
wrong?
20
So
fights.
so having less than 20 fights means
He just
like Loma
popped up
got
on the
less than 20
scene, is
fights
what I'm
now.
trying to say. He
I mean,
ain't been around that long. He just popped up on the scene. What I'm trying to
yeah,
say.
but
Devin
Loma
Haney
has
been on
less
the
than
scene.
20 fights now. When Floyd won his title, he had less than 20 fights. When Shakur Stevenson won his second title, he still got less than 20
Okay,
fights.
and
That don't
they
mean
just
nothing.
they just popped up on the scene too. So Lomo could have fought the dude that's been hanging around, that's been calling him out for about a year, 2 years prior to that, but he
So
chose
he
to fight.
he fought
Chose
another guy. He fought another guy that was calling him out.
What other guy you talking about? Oh, another guy.
Loma
But
T.O.
Tio had just started calling him out at that point when Devin
So it
had
does it,
been
it do-
calling
is it
him
a
out.
time frame? It can't be a time frame though, right? You gotta go with the dude that's calling him out the most. I mean, the dude that's
I
calling him
mean, the
out
longest.
before has not had a belt though. He didn't have a belt. So
Okay,
he fought the guy that was calling him out that had a belt.
okay, fine. He took the
The
Teofimo
better
fight.
fight.
Fine. He took the Teo fight. Cool, he took it. But then why apply for the franchise belt? Why do that? You can
That's
fight Devin.
sucker
You
shit.
can fight Devin
That's
Haney
sucker
out.
shit. That's sucker shit. That's
That-
sucker shit. Him
That's all I'm saying.
apply. Yeah, it is. It is. But I mean, one sucker don't mean to go for another sucker. I think they both did some sucker shit.
Yeah,
But
I
at the
mean,
end of
you
the
know, Devin was in his feelings. You know, I don't rock with that. I mean, I ain't finna
Yeah,
co-sign
that's
that.
all I'm saying.
yeah,
You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. I
You
think
That's
know,
that's
all
what
I'm
he was
saying.
saying.
he got
That's
in his
all we
feelings,
saying.
but
Because he could have fought
he
Lomo, bro.
corrected himself though. He corrected himself. He got out his feelings, and now he looking for that smoke. Now he want that Loma fight, and he called Loma out after that. So you know, the dude made
Like,
a good mistake.
when
He
he call him
listen,
out? Because it
He
seemed
was
like he
on.
I
called
didn't
out
Wait a minute.
Loma
Wait a
back.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I didn't hear that.
If my memory serves me correctly, King David, Devin Haney tweeted like randomly, like "Where's at Lomachenko?" And then
Mhm.
Lomachenko popped up and answered him. Then that's when they was having a back and forth, right?
right?
Okay, because I think he had just had surgery or some shit,
I don't
and
know if
then
he had
nobody
surgery.
seen him for a while. So
Yeah, I just remember that exchange, and he called him out. He was like, "Hey," because I
See,
remember.
I'm gonna tell you one of Devin Haney's biggest problems. Eddie Hearn overpaid him. That's one of his problems right there. Giving that man $7 million off the break like that. See, these young dudes think that, oh, okay, I'm the man now. I'm the man. Nah, dude, you ain't did nothing to be the man right now. Stop playing. You ain't fought nobody to be the man. Not to be acting like that. And the same thing happened with T.O. He win one fight. I am the motherfucking man. Y'all need to bow down to me. Everybody
man,
trying to bow down to me, and y'all ain't did shit.
bro, he be
That's
telling
the
niggas what they can do and what they supposed to be wearing and what they can't spend their money on and what they gotta say. Like, come on, bro. Fuck out of
man.
here with that. You're a boxer. You ain't no fucking counselor.
It's sucker shit, man, and they need to stop that shit. You know, Devin Haney got $7 million for fighting. What? Who was it? Was it Linares or was it before Linares?
I think it was before Linares, if I'm
I
not
think
mistaken.
so too.
Yeah, fighting
Yeah,
Gamboa.
Yeah, he got a lot of money
Gamble.
to fight Gamboa. You're right, Bo. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, damn, Eddie Hearn. It's just you can't overpay them, and they think that they more than what they are. Like you overpaid Mikey. Mikey in there, he sitting over there. He the man. I'm this, that, and the other. He got overpaid, and the next thing you know, he get knocked. He lose. He ain't get knocked the fuck out, but he lose. Stop that shit. You can't be overpaying these guys, and these guys think that they run shit all of a sudden. That be the problem with these motherfuckers, man.
I mean,
Straight
don't get
up.
me wrong. I'm not gonna knock their hustle, man. They get as much money as
Oh
they want.
no,
But
hey,
but
no, I'm
I
not
will
mad at the guys. I'm not.
agree
I'm
with
not mad at the
the
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at any boxer for getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying Eddie Hearn, that was his mistake. That wasn't Devin Haney's or anybody else who get their money. They ain't them. But Eddie Hearn, you sat there and paid that man $7 million pretty much for nothing. For a Gamboa fight? Why?
Yeah, that shit sounds
Man,
crazy.
I said, King David said Gamboa still could beat most of these fighters at this stage. I'm like
Yeah, I think he
Gamboa,
said that. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like Gamboa is about to be middle aged, man. He
Yeah,
ain't no Bernard Hopkins or nobody, you know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that point. But
Yeah,
hey, that's
Bud
his
hurt that
opinion.
dude. Bud hurt that dude bad.
Gamboa done been through some wars. I mean, that nigga on everybody's resume, ain't it? Ain't nobody else can
Yeah.
fight at 135, but they can damn sure get Gamboa on their resume, huh? Ain't there
Oh,
some shit?
absolutely.
So,
Isn't Gamboa with like PBC now though?
I don't know who he with.
I think he with PBC. Because they like to recycle their fighters. They get somebody like that. They fight like Ghost Guerrero then fought everybody out that motherfucker. He's like, yeah, well, let's give him Ghost. You're
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He the
like
pass
the way
around.
I look at Gamboa now, man, I look at Gamboa as like if it's some young and upcoming prospect,
Yeah.
put him in there with Gamboa and see if he's ready for the next level. That's the
He's a
level I'm putting
So
him
you
position
at.
of
don't
a
you don't you don't
gatekeeper.
you don't you don't think Gamboa would beat Nakatani?
I
No.
don't
I
think
don't
so.
know, bro. I
I don't
don't
think
know.
so because you know what impressed me about Nakatani when he fought Felix Verdejo, right? Felix Verdejo was getting off on him, and then all of a sudden, Nakatani just kept coming, knocked that dude into the ropes, boom, knocked his ass out, and then sent that motherfucker to prison.
Yeah, Gambo was past his day, man. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
he's
he
still a
definitely
good
had players
fighter though.
behind
He's
him.
still a good fighter. Don't get me wrong.
I
He's
mean,
just past his day.
He's
I
the
mean,
doormat. He's the doormat.
he definitely passed his prime. But we're not gonna act like Tank ain't go to war with this man,
He did.
and Devin
He
ain't go
did.
to war with this man.
He
Y'all
did.
acting like
But
y'all
wait a
acting like
minute.
you
Wait
got
a minute. But
y'all
what
acting
does
like you
that
got
say
smoke.
about them? Maybe they not as good as we think.
Nah, but why we gonna do that? Because these are the dudes that's at the top of the division. So if we gotta say that about them, then we gonna have to rethink boxing as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
you
cool
know,
with that.
even
I think it's a lot of
Yeah,
gas out here. I'm cool with that. I think it's a lot of
shit.
You said
niggas out here that's
you said,
perpetrating and faking and ain't as good as we say or think.
hey King David, are you saying that they went to war with Gambo? Like that was a war with Gamboa for
They
Tank
were
and
going back and that was going back and forth. Tank was getting touched up
man,
by Gambo.
man. Only thing I remember about that fight was Gamboa was being a punching bag, and he
I
survived
mean,
with Tank on one leg basically
I
all the
think
way
we
to the
overrate Tank.
I
yeah.
agree.
I
Tank
think they
Tank get hit a
overrate
lot.
Tank.
Tank get hit
Yeah,
a lot, y'all. Tank
yeah,
defense ain't all that.
hold
It's
yeah,
on.
all
they
because
overrate Tank.
Here go right here. Does Tank beat Nakatani and Comey?
you
I
said
Man,
does
think
Tank,
Tank?
what, I'd be happy to see a Tank fight.
Does Tank beat Nakatani and Comey?
I think so. Hell yeah. Fucking right.
I'd be happy to see a Tank fight somebody
I think
good. You know
so. I
what
think
I'm
he'll
saying?
knock the motherfuckers out. Why not?
yeah,
But
I
that's
don't
what
have no
I'm
problem with
saying.
that.
Like, that's what I'm saying. These dudes, they still at the top. You know what I'm saying? Even though, that may be overrated. I mean, but that's part of these promoters' job is to overrate these dudes. So they may be
But
overrated and overhyped,
the,
but
the
they still
the
at the
thing
top.
is with a promoter, the promoter job really is trying to make as much money for himself. To be honest with you, it's up to the fighter. You know what I'm saying, to try to get that money for him. You know what I'm saying, come up with the balance with the promoter, and then also try to get the fights because your manager is supposed to be the one getting in there trying to make set up the fights for you.
Yeah, but they're gonna promote their fighter to make him look as best as they can. They're gonna talk the shit, to make him look as best as they can, so he can make the money that he can make. So that is a promoter's job. I feel that, but I mean, we as fans, man, especially if you're a boxing fan, you need to know the difference, man, and say, look, man, okay, this dude is good, but damn, dog. I mean, fight somebody. I mean, you got people talking about pound for pound. Tank Davis, the pound for pound best fighter in the world and shit like
You
that.
see that shit?
Like,
You see that
yeah,
shit the other day?
man, I seen that shit the other day. I
Bro, he
was
was
trying,
dead
man,
ass
come on,
serious,
dude.
B man. He was
Come on,
dead
man.
ass serious.
Y'all tripping. I
Hey, I
mean,
know y'all saw that post by Tank, right? I don't even know if it's real or not, but that shit was funny as
What do
hell.
you say?
He said Canelo reminds me of me at 168.
Oh yeah, really?
what?
He ain't
How,
won shit. He only won
what,
one
what
real
the fuck
fucking
is that, man?
belt.
What are you talking about, Tank?
Does he mean maybe he meant skill wise or power? Maybe he can't be talking about achievements in resume, right?
I don't know, but that shit was funny as hell. I was
Yeah.
like, man, somebody had to like Photoshop this shit in there,
Yeah,
but it should
I
have
think
been
he's
simple
talking
to be
about him
on the
walking him
internet.
down or something, man. I think that's what he's talking about, man. What he did in the ring or something, skill wise. He gotta be. He
So let
gotta
me
be,
ask
man.
y'all this: since we've been talking about Devin Haney and Teofimo, right? Let's just say they get past both of their opponents, JoJo and then George Kambosos. Do you think they're gonna make that fight
Between who?
between Haney and
Tio
Teofimo?
Tio and them?
Do y'all think they even gonna fight?
Apparently, I thought they had a verbal agreement saying that they would fight each other.
We know how that go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know about that, man. Who knows, man? Who knows? until you make the. I don't. I doubt it. I doubt that very seriously.
King David.
I,
I mean, I ain't gonna put no money up on it, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I ain't not even $1 would I put up on that because I just think T.O.'s the biggest cap star ever known in the history of Earth. But
I agree with you
but
on
you know,
that.
but they did shake on it. You know what I'm saying? They looked each other eye to eye. They shook on it. So I mean, if for whoever duck whoever at this particular point in time, it's just gonna look really bad because that we literally got video evidence of them dudes shaking on it, looking each other in the eye. So if you break some shit like that, you just scum of the earth. So we'll see what happens though.
yeah, I doubt that shit happen, man. That
Yeah.
ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, man. I mean,
I
if
don't
he was
think so
gonna
either.
fight him, why he ain't just fight him? Why he ain't just say that shit then? I mean, he ain't even had to fight
Cambosis
Cambosos.
at all
You know
because
what I'm
his
saying?
mandatory is not gonna come
Yeah,
before fucking unification.
unification, man.
So
He ain't
that,
had
that
to do
that's
that
one of
shit.
that's my main thing. Like, bro, just say, hey, I want a soft touch. Let me go fight George Cambosis. Don't lie, say, oh, we can get 10 million and this and that. And Devin, you ain't fought nobody. And I got out like, come on, bro. Save me the extra shit.
Yeah.
Like he full of shit.
Once you start talking numbers in the public, you full of shit.
Yeah.
That's bottom line. When you start talking numbers and splits and percentages in the public, you ain't trying to fight. That's some bullshit. And there's no need for that. Fuck you
Hey,
talking
Ronald
about, man.
Finkley said Lopez Sr. about as believable as a drunk at a liquor store. Man,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
cap.
That's
That's
accurate
the
as
comment of
fuck.
the day right there, boy.
Accurate as fuck.
Nope, I don't think it'll happen. They'll move up and establish themselves at 140. Yeah.
Yeah, this man talking about fighting Josh Taylor, but you got unfinished business at 135 pounds. I don't understand that. I don't get that at all. That remind me of that Amir Khan shit when he was like, he had Kell Brook right there in his division, but the motherfucker decided he wanted to go up and fight Canelo. But you got all these fights over here in your division, but you gonna move up and fight Canelo? I don't
Now, my
who you
thing
talking
is,
about? Who you talking about,
you
King
talking
Dave?
Amir
you talking
Khan
about
when he had moved up.
American? I would get the
Yeah.
same thing too. That's a money fight. If I
Exactly,
Yeah,
want,
that
that's
was
what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but these dudes, they try to cap and they try to act like that's not what it is. Like, oh, I'm risking it all. I'm daring to be great. No, you not, bitch. You trying to get a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? That's all you really trying to do. You selling your O or you selling your record in order to get a payday. That's really what it is. Same thing like with Kell Brook and Triple G. Kell Brook had all these dudes in his division ready to fight him, licking their chops, ready for some Kell Brook. And this
hold
dude
on,
decide he
who's
gonna
ready?
move
Who's
up.
ready to fight Kell Brook?
Earl was ready to fight Kell Brook. Earl was the mandatory for Kell Brook belt at the
Right, but
time.
he but he
Earl was
did
trying to get
but
the
he
fight.
did fight Earl, right? He fought
He fought
Earl.
Earl. He fought Earl after he got his ass knocked out by Triple G. But that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like they sell they owe, and then they come back with it. And then they want to kind of like Loma. Loma got his ass whooped by T.O. Now he want to come back Devin way after he done got his ass whooped. Your stock has dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my thing
So
my
now,
thing with that at that time, Earl Spence wasn't really like no like I put him at that time before he fought Kell Brook. Earl Spence was in that Devin Haney field now. You know what I'm saying? That's why Earl never got to fight with Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman was like, yo, you need to go fight somebody else. Now, that's nothing wrong with Kell Brook daring to be great. He went up 2 weight classes. He got his ass whipped, but he was doing good in the earlier rounds. You know what I'm saying? And he came back like 7 months later.
but y'all
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about mandatories, man. I mean, he's a mandatory. He was trying to get a bigger fight. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about fighting a mandatory. So I can't be mad at nobody for going up to try to get a bigger fight instead of fighting your mandatory. You know what I mean? Your
oh,
mandatory is
okay,
your mandatory.
okay, but at the time, Kell Brook had Keith Thurman there. I believe Terrence Crawford had been there at that time, ready for a fight, and he chose to go up
Well,
and
Crawford
fight
wasn't there
Triple
yet.
G.
Yeah,
I think he was.
Crawford was still at
Crawford wasn't there
140.
yet. Yeah,
Somebody was.
Crawford.
It was at least two people. It was Keith Thurman. It was somebody else that was there that had challenged Kell Brook, and Kell Brook had the IBF belt, and he had chose to go up in 2 weight divisions to fight Triple G.
Yeah, but
So
it damn sure wasn't Keith Thurman.
it wasn't Keith Thurman. I think it was Keith
Nah,
Thurman.
Nah.
Keith Thurman ain't never. I ain't never heard Keith Thurman call nobody out except maybe Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
In Floyd,
He called out. He
he called
called
out
out
Floyd.
He
Sean
really
too.
just called out Floyd,
I
bro.
mean
He
Floyd.
called.
I
He
mean
called.
that's when that's when he was coming up. So
Yeah, he
I
was
get
He
getting
that.
called
But
it
out.
with
after
Floyd, bro.
he became a champion, man, he never called nobody out.
He called out Sean too. Called out Sean. He was calling out Sean for years. Well, before he got that
Yeah, that's
fight.
true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But he damn sure wasn't calling no. See. He wasn't calling out Kell Brook because Kell Brook wasn't on that PBC side.
Kell Brook was sitting there
That's
with a belt though, and I remember that he was isolating himself. He was keeping
just like
himself out of
Crawford was.
range. Nah, Crawford ain't isolate. How you isolate yourself when you
No, no,
knocking
no.
everybody out?
I'm saying Crawford was sitting there with a belt. When you said he was sitting there with a belt, I said
Oh,
just
okay,
like
okay.
Crawford was. Crawford was sitting there with a belt, just like that. And the same thing was happening to Kell Brook, just like it was when it was Bud Crawford. You ain't on that side of the street, so you're not going. They not looking for you like that. Plus,
But
he a threat.
Kell
Yeah,
Brook, I think
Kel
he
Brook at
was
that
with
time was a
Matchroom at the
beast too.
time. He was at Matchroom at the time though, wasn't he? And
Yeah,
and
with Eddie
Matchroom fighters,
Hearn.
they usually can get that smoke. They kind of in the middle of the tree. They ain't on
Not with
either side.
PBC though.
Yeah.
Well, if they got something that the PBC wants, then they willing to cross the street. Except for when Crawford had the belt, they ain't want to cross the street at all.
Yeah,
Fact.
but see, what PBC gonna do is this: they gonna send a secondary fighter out there for Kell Brook or somebody. They'll send a secondary fighter to try to bring that belt back home. Just like a Andy Ruiz and shit, Felix Diaz. They'll send them guys out there to go on the other side of the street. Brian Castano, just like he went out there and fought Texura. You know what I'm saying? Felix Diaz went out there and fought Bud. You know, Andy Ruiz fought Anthony Joshua. They send somebody out there like that to see if they bring home them belts. But they ain't sending out their big guns. They won't send out they won't send out nobody like that. They don't never send nobody over there like that. That's their problem. They keep that shit in house.
Yeah, my thing is, man, PBC, man. I hope Crawford blows out Sean Porter. I like Sean Porter, man, but I just hope Crawford blow him out. Because it's like that video you put on earlier,
Uh-huh.
when he was saying like when Crawford was saying, if I blow out Sean Porter, that probably give them more of a reason for them not to fight.
Right. That's a fact. Kevin Jones ain't nobody say shit about that drunk ass duck. And y'all tripping, man. But yeah, man. Closing thoughts, y'all. I got to get off this horn, man. Get in here with this baby. Closing thoughts. Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, man. I'm always definitely here supporting your videos, man. I like the videos that you put out and everything, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. King David, it's on you, bro. Go ahead. Closing thoughts.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts is, man. Salute everybody on the panel. B Mac, you Thriller. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I ain't get your name, fam. What's your name on here? Is
Bold.
Bold.
Yep.
Bold. Salute
Yeah.
to you, fam. Yeah,
Salute,
man. You
man.
know, yeah, man. It get heated on here, but you know that's how it is with boxing talk, and
Facts.
now boxing talk is, man. You know, it ain't all that cuddly. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
man.
But
We be on some Kobe versus Jordan shit. Like, we respect each other, but we going for your throat every possession.
for real. Yeah, man. But good talk, man. I just close out by saying, T.O.'s a clown. He gonna always kind of be a clown in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? And him and Ryan Garcia, he about a notch below Ryan Garcia on the clown for clown list. You know what I'm saying? So
I think he worse than Ryan, bro.
you
I
think
think
he
he
worse
worse.
than Ryan?
Yeah, he
Oh
worse
wow.
than Ryan. Because he really believed the shit he's saying. That's the scary part about it.
Oh Lord. Yeah, he
Yeah.
really do. He really feel like he the shit. He wake up in the morning and tell himself every day, I'm the shit. You know what I'm saying? And he really believe that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really do. But Yeah, man, T.O. a clown, you know what I'm saying? I hope, the year coming to a close, we're gonna have a few good fights. We got Devin and JoJo Diaz. That's gonna be a good one. We got a Tank fight coming out. I'm not really thinking about that really too much. Some interesting stuff going on in boxing. I'm just happy the needle's starting to move a little bit with boxing because we was on hold for a little while there. So it's starting to get kind of exciting again. You know what I mean? But it was good. It was
Man,
good chopping it up with y'all, man, tonight. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
man.
B-Mac is on you, bro.
Oh damn, we had closing thoughts, man.
Yeah, we had closing thoughts, man.
God damn,
I gotta
man.
get off this horn, man.
Hey,
I got
Trying to
daddy
get
motherfucker.
it
duties,
on here,
man.
man.
Man, I'm just getting warm. Hey, god damn it, we ain't get to talk about the Charlo shit, man. God damn it.
Hey, no,
Uh,
we can talk. Hey, we can talk about that shit tomorrow, B-Mac.
yeah, man. All right, we had to, man. God damn it, man. Yeah, just get my phone back, man, and I got limited action, man. That's all good. Hey, one love to everybody, man. The panel, man. Eat Thriller, man. Y'all smash that like button, man, for Big E,
Please,
man. It's a
please.
wonderful show, man.
Thank you.
King David, man. Much love to you, man. You know what I mean? Bold and understanding. Keep it rocking, man. Man, I ain't got nothing too much to say, man. I ain't got cut short, man. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna go in here and watch my goddamn Steelers play then, man. You know what I'm saying? So one love to everybody, man. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the time, E, man. Let's do it again, man.
Absolutely. Hey, man, shout out to everybody that got it in the chat. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to the big homie IOTBA. I see you, man. I'm ready for that spit bucket shit to drop, big bro. I know y'all gonna kill it, man.
What's
Congratulations.
up, IO?
Yes, sir. Shout out to IOTBA. Hey, man, if you're going live, man, shit, hey, I get the notifications, bro. I'm gonna tap in. But once again, thank you everybody for watching this video. Don't forget to put some motherfucking Duke full court pressure on that fucking sub button. Until next time, we gone. Holla. For me to go, for you to see, I'm the modern day Pablo Picasso, baby.